For this week's technique of the week, we're going to be talking about potentiation sets. This is going to be much more of an explanation than it is a demo, so it's going to be important for me and you to follow along here so that I really convey what the idea of potentiation means and how you can apply it to your training. So what we're going to be doing here as the intensity technique is potentiation of your next sets, of your volume, of your working sets. So the idea here is that you were going to work up to a top single, so a top set of 1 rep that is going to be more weight than the working set weight that you plan to do. So for example, if you're going to be doing 3 sets of 8 reps at, let's say 200 pounds, instead of just going all the way up to 200 pounds, stopping and then doing your 3 sets of 8, with potentiation sets, you might go up to 250 pounds and perform a single rep. So 1 rep, the idea here is not to fatigue yourself. What you're doing is you're actually getting your nervous system ready to exert as much power, as much force, as much velocity as possible into the bar. So you're priming your nervous system to perform. Then, whenever you go back down to your working weight, so in this case, let's say 200 pounds for those 3 sets of 8, your nervous system, your body is going to be much more ready to go than if you were to just work up to 200 pounds to begin. So this week, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be doing potentiation sets with trap bar deadlifts. So this is obviously going to be much more of a risky movement for people that are not familiar with the movement or for someone who might have a little bit of difficulty with axial loading. So we're not trying to max out. That is the most important thing to understand here. Maxing out on that potentiation rep, so set, rep, whatever, because it's gonna be only typically 1 rep at the top. Maxing out is going to be not good because that is going to be fatiguing, which is not what we're aiming to do here. That's contraindicated. You want to prime your nervous system as much as possible without adding additional fatigue for your working sets. So what we could do here, as an example, with trap bar deadlifts, let's say that I have 135 on the bar. I'm going to be working up to a potentiation set with, let's say, 200 pounds, or let's say 225. Let's say 225, and then I'm gonna be working back down to 185 for my working sets. So with 135, I can start out, I can do my warm-up sets here, all the way up. And then what I can do is I can add weight. So let's say I go up to 175, adding weight here, do another set, maybe 3 reps, and then I can go up to 225 and do my single potentiation set / rep, so just 1 rep. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back down to my working set weight of 185, perform my working sets there. So the whole purpose here in using potentiation sets as an intensity technique is going to be to increase your performance. So it might feel a little bit counterintuitive that you're going to want to go higher than your working set weight, but again, reducing fatigue, keeping that fatigue low while increasing your nervous system output is the name of the game here. So as long as you can do it in the correct way, you can make sure that you are keeping your energy and you're not adding any additional fatigue to yourself as you're going up into that potentiation rep, you're going to be good. So lastly, just to finish this off, 1 single potentiation set is going to be above your working set weight. You can typically think of that as about 10 to 15% above whatever you're going to be using for your volume. Then come back down, perform your working sets as normal. The idea here is to actually improve your performance through increasing your nervous system output. So potentiation sets, try and use it next time if you can.